Cut the back and light up the stogie. 2 cigars, smoking out the phonies. Coming every Monday from Chi-Town. Tune in, find out what's going down with Dick and Jimmy. True to the family, take you on a journey. This is out-of-worldly, laugh out loud. You're looking at 2 stars. Find out now, this is 2 cigars.
Welcome to the sports section of the 2 Cigar podcast. I wouldn't even call this a bonus. I think this is just how we do it from now on. Is we're just going to go regular episode and then a sports episode because it'd just be easier for people to listen to.
I think so. If you want to hear sports and then if you want to hear just kind of just random stuff, you can just tune into either one. And if you like both, there you go. Yeah.
And we don't have to make either one an hour long because the last one was a long one, but that's because we had some pretty good fucking stories in there, man.
Yeah, it just kept flowing. So, I mean, why stop it early? You know?
Exactly. So this one is going to be all sports. You got another list, which is perfect because you're going to be talking mostly on this one. I love sports. I pay attention to it to a somewhat of a degree, but not to your degree.
Well, yeah, but you have a different context, right? You're a little bit older than me. You have your strong opinions for it, and I mean, you know the games.
Oh, dude, I will give my Stephen A. hot takes.
They could be wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, but who says who's wrong? Anybody could be wrong. That's why it's your opinion.
Yeah. So what's the first one on your list?
Well, the first one, I mean, let's just get right into it. NBA Finals. The series now is 2-2.
I didn't watch it, but I did look at some clips. I guess
Curry went off.
Oh, dude, he went 40 points, right?
Yeah.
And then Clay shot a little bit better.
He shot a little bit better. Again, if you've been watching the series, they haven't really been close. They've all been like 10 points or bigger.
Yeah.
Nothing's really been close. And it just really comes down to this. If Clay doesn't show up in this series, it's going to be a back and forth battle. Because you can't stop Curry every single game.
No, but okay, so we already came down with it. I have Boston in 6. You have Golden State in 6. Right now we're at Game 4, so that means
it's Game 5 now.
Well, now it's going to be Game 5. We're already past 4 games. It's 2-2. So who do you think that Golden State's going to win the 3 in a row right there, or do you think it's going to go?
Well, they'd only have to win 2.
Yeah, but they won the last one.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So they're going to win 3 in a row. Do you think they can win 3 in a row against Boston, or do you actually now? You think they're going to still win, but it might go to Game 7?
I think they can win 3 in a row.
Because the way this is going so far, it might look like Celtics win this next one, and then Golden State wins the next one, and then it's literally and then it could be anybody's game.
Go back and forth. I'm sticking with Golden State. It could go 7. I mean, it's 1 game difference.
It's also the NBA.
Yeah.
When was the last time there was not a Game 7 in the NBA Finals?
I think Golden State versus Cleveland.
Was there?
No, I also think I don't think Toronto won Game 7 because Kevin Durant got hurt, Klay Thompson got hurt.
Yeah.
So it doesn't always.
This has got a good script though.
This one has a really good script. You got Golden State, that's like a legit dynasty, right? You can
at this point now.
You can call them a dynasty now.
Yeah.
They've gone.
I mean, I don't give a fuck what you say about Kevin Durant and stuff like that. And that look,
it added again. Like
people say it all the time. They're like, "Oh, with Kevin Durant, it takes the dynasty." It's still a dynasty. No, they're still calling it. It's still a dynasty, regardless if you want to call it.
What are we
going
to say? The 27 Yankees wasn't a dynasty because they could just buy the players. Of course, those were dynasties.
I mean, look, that's honestly the trend in all sports at this point because the Rams just bought everybody to win that last one.
Yeah,
and I mean, to be honest with you, as close as that game, dude, that game was close. That Super Bowl was close, and
that whole playoffs was close.
On paper, it never should have been that close.
No, but I mean, they were hot. That's how they were playing. Joe Burrow was clicking. It was a very good game.
We'll go back to that though, because I want to talk about with their fucking almost $1 billion fucking payroll they have now. It seems like, or 100 fucking million.
Yeah,
I mean, hundreds of millions.
That's on the list.
Yeah,
so we'll get to that.
But yeah, I mean, NBA Finals. I mean, it's. I mean, I would love to watch it more. I don't fucking watch basketball like that.
Tomorrow's the game.
I don't really watch sports either. That's a fucking problem, man.
That is a problem. If we are going to talk sports, you're going to have to watch, or at least you don't have to watch every game, but at least
Yeah, I gotta look up the highlights and shit like that.
In it,
I'll really pay attention to what Stephen A. says because he's so good at what he does.
But if you look at the series, Game 1, Warriors were up. And then I feel like they really just thought, okay, we're just going to coast. And then before they knew it, Boston had won. Then they won Game 2. Game 3, Boston takes a huge lead. And then the third quarter, they put up, like, they started coming back. And then it was just too big of a divide. And then Game 4, Curry goes off. And it's really just going to come down to, is Klay Thompson going to be Klay Thompson?
Yeah, it's because I don't think Curry can keep it up. Shooting is one of those things where it's like Jimmy Butler drives. You can.
Yeah, I mean Curry's a pro. Curry.
Oh, I know, but can he throw up 40 points like he's been throwing every fucking game to have them win?
Because
he's definitely like he's proven to be like everyone always questions this guy. This guy is a fucking leader of that team. He is a fucking top guy in the league. Like I don't give a fuck if all he's doing is shooting threes. He shoots threes better than anybody.
Yeah, you're gonna go with your talent. I mean, he's a small guy. What do you want him to do? Box out
and getting to the rim with all those big guys. It's.
I mean, he does. He has a nice little floater. He is. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I truly believe he is the best floater in the game, right now.
Right now, yeah. Yeah. Because everybody is either like driving, like he just goes.
Yeah,
and
it just floats it, and it goes. I mean, it barely even hits. I mean, he hits when he does hit the backboard. And when he hits the backboard, it goes perfectly in there, or it just drops straight in the fucking net. I mean, it looks so. It's most of the time when you see it go up, you're like, that's in. Like you can already tell.
Yeah, you can already tell.
Right at its highest point, you're like that's butter.
It just goes right in. And again, they're called the Splash Brothers for a reason.
Yeah, well, Steph Curry. The Super Splash Brothers. Yeah. Steph Curry's definitely Mario, and fucking Klay Thompson's Luigi for sure.
It's like a Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen thing. So
Luigi, like, please throw it up, make a fucking point. Yeah, Mario, I'm trying. That's what's going on right now.
Yeah, the big thing is that because they shoot so many threes, they do go through a stretch where they're not making all of them, and Boston kind of capitalizes. Credit to them, they capitalize, but Boston also will go long stretches where they're just not scoring.
No,
and that's because being young.
Well,
that's just being young.
It's being young, and it's being a lot of those guys idolize the two guys that they're playing right now, and they literally look at all those guys just throwing up threes. You're not going to be able to keep up with the threes with Golden State, so you just got to keep taking twos. You got to keep just playing your game. You got to keep playing that strategy. If they make a three, you don't have to match that three. Like that's what I mean. Basketball's such a long game. Like they're going to go stretches where they're going to shoot up 4 or 5 threes, and that's going to be it. I was watching the highlights. Literally, there's like 30 seconds of a highlight of maybe 4 or 5 turnovers with nothing going on, and then finally it shows Curry throwing up I think he made almost a half court fucking three in that game.
No, that was another guy. I forget his name. I mean, maybe Curry did too. Curry always does.
Yeah,
so,
I know,
maybe he did. There was a big one though.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm talking about. But so I think Curry threw up a 3, missed. Celtics went up, I think, threw up an air ball. They rebounded it, ran down. Curry throws up another one, misses. They run down. Boston throws up a 3, misses. And then the guy made that half-court shot. And it's like, within 30 seconds, they tried 4 threes and only 1 went in. It's like, that's
typical NBA
seconds.
Night. Yeah.
Within seconds. All they're doing, the shot
no
clock.
Passing, no nothing.
How long is the shot clock? It's 30 seconds, right? Or is it 20? Is it a 20 or 30-second shot clock?
24, I feel
or 24?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even think it got past 20 seconds. There was still 20 seconds left every fucking... They would get the rebound, pass it down, get it to a guy at the 3 line, and you just pop it up there. Yeah. It's like, dude, take your fucking time.
You ever play, a scrimmage game where you know that one guy is just, as soon as he gets the ball, nothing but he's just going to shoot?
Oh, I know.
That's the NBA now. As soon as somebody gets the ball, they just shoot. I
know.
Yeah, it's
no more fundamentals. It's just
no.
But like I said, going back to everything, that's kind of how it is with every sport, right? It's fuck fundamentals. Let's just go offense.
Yeah.
Every sport. Think about baseball. Strikeouts are up. Home runs are up. If you're not hitting a home run, you're striking out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I mean,
it kind of diminishes the pitching duel. Because you're like...
Well, for true baseball fans, it diminishes the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're just seeing these guys just taking big hacks, and then all of a sudden the pitcher gets a strikeout, and you're like, yeah, boy, all he had to do was just whip it down the middle of the plate and hope the guy doesn't hit it. Like,
even for the casual fan, it's not as exciting as it used to be.
no, because strikeouts are not interesting. Let's just be honest with you. Like,
if it's
that's a pitching duel,
a real
yes.
one, not just like guys whiffing for the fences and just missing. Like, if it's a real pitching duel, but
a lot of pitching duels, maybe each guy only has 7 strikeouts in the game. Most of the time, it's like pop ups or ground balls.
Yeah.
Now you're just seeing these fucking like. It's just pop up, pop up, pop up, pop. It's
yeah,
like,
that's
like
boring.
I mean, as a baseball fan, as a big time baseball fan, I love watching those ground balls, turn 2 double plays, watching that shortstop make a diving stop, get up, throw it, and you also don't see that anymore with the shifts.
No, the shifts. I mean,
I get it, but I fucking hate it. I really feel like
it's. I mean, we've seen players in real time go from the top of the line, like Albert Pujols is a perfect example. Age has a little bit to do with it,
with the shift, yeah.
But the shift, like this
That's
is a guy that pulls the ball.
I've been my bad. I don't mean to, I'm sorry I interrupted you, but I've been thinking about like maybe they should have it to where the shortstop and the second baseman cannot cross the second base.
Yeah,
like you could stop at second base. You could be right behind second base, but that's it. Because when you see 3 guys on one side of the field, it's like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, and I know like people are like, well, just push the ball or bunt the ball.
But look, as a right-handed batter, you can't bunt the ball.
Well, if you're
on a shift, no, because the first baseman still got to cover the bag.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna bunt down the line, the first baseman's got it. It's just a normal bunt.
If you try to bunt down the third, but
no, but you have to bunt down third, and you got 3 guys down there. So if you're left-handed, like Rizzo did it. You see a lot of lefties doing it. Because you'll have the shortstop, second baseman, and first baseman on the one side of the field, and the
pool side,
and the third baseman's playing in the shortstop side. So there's no one by third base, so you could bunt it right down the line.
Yeah.
So I guess but as a right-handed batter, as a pull hitter, you got everybody on that side, and you still got the first baseman playing on the line.
The pitcher could easily.
Yeah. So it's different on a right-handed batters. That's why it really sucks. Like you said for Pujols, because Pujols can't bunt it down the line.
No.
And plus, a lot of the time too, you got these big time hitters like Pujols that are not going to practice bunting.
Well, the other thing,
bunting is an art form of itself. That's why when you see those fast fucking guys like a Billy Hamilton, coming up, you have to pay attention to the bunt. Billy Hamilton or like Trey Turner. Like I don't understand why Trey Turner doesn't try to turn more bunts into base hits.
I mean, it's hard.
The guy's fucking fast.
The guys are throwing heat.
That's true.
They're throwing
all
heat.
Every pitcher's almost 100 miles an hour. Yeah, that's right.
They're throwing heat,
and
they're throwing breaking balls.
Well, the heat too. If you miss one time, it's gonna hit you right in the fucking face. If it just skims off your bat, like you have to,
or if it hits your fingers, you're
bunting is a skill. It's an art form.
It's a skill, and it's just.
And I think
again, if you throw down one, and you jack that up, it goes foul, or you miss. Well, then the third base guy is just gonna. Come up. And
I think one guy who kind of who mastered it the best you can master it, and this is my personal opinion because I don't know too much about it all, but Ricky Henderson.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the guy bunts to get on, or he walks. He was the best at walking, dude.
Rizzo's pretty good at laying down bunts, but again, he's your cleanup guy. You don't
want him throwing out a bunt. You want him swinging.
Yeah, so it kind of screwed up the game.
But Josh Donaldson is the real reason why. He was slumping. He starts doing that swinging upward to get home runs, right? He starts that out. All of a sudden, has this big resurgence on the Athletics. Then he goes to Toronto, has a big time career over there. Because all he's doing is just swinging upward. He's just knocking them out of the fucking park. Now everybody's going like, how the fuck did he do that? Because he was going down to AAA. He was going up and down. And bam, he's up there. So everyone's looking at that to see how he did it. And they're like, oh, he's fucking trying to hit home runs every time. And it's working for him. Not going to work for everybody.
No, especially because when everybody's swinging for the fences. I mean, as a pitcher, you would much rather give up a solo home run than a man on first and second home run.
Yeah.
Right? Because...
Well, that's also the thing, too, I hate the fact that there's the DH in the NL.
Yeah.
I hate it because I feel like it was so fun to see it in the World Series. Seeing an NL team because NL teams at the time, when you have the pitcher back there and you don't have to worry about the DH, your bench is covered in fielders. They're not real, like, you don't have a hitter on the bench.
Yeah.
So when they do have a DH, that's why we were saying, like, oh, it's easier for the NL. No, a lot of those guys are on the bench are for fielding, and they're speed guys for running, for stealing and that type of like substitutions. They're not big time hitters. Like with the AL, you have to have big time hitters for different situations. Well, so when you get into the World Series, and now all of a sudden an NL team goes to the AL park and they got to get a DH, they're like, well, who's our best hitter? Like, well, fuck. But then on vice versa, that's why we got to see Big Papi playing first base.
I wonder if the Cubs had a lot to do with that with Schwarber.
No, I just think it was
was that a coincidence?
I think it was coincidence. Because remember that he was a catcher at first, and they converted him to the outfield.
Well, yeah, because I mean,
Joe Maddon wanted to convert everybody to outfielders.
Well, I mean, you got like Joe Mauer. He was playing catcher
and went to first, but
he was awesome, and you can't put him at first because of Rizzo. So you try him in the outfield, and that. But
the thing is, though, a lot look at Buster Posey. A lot of catchers, when they're really good, can go to first base. Like that, it's a very easy transition.
Well, a lot of people transitioned. Nomar Garcia-Parra was playing first place,
and then he also went to he was left field, and then he went in. He was shortstop, left field, and then
then the Cubs put him at first base. I think the Dodgers put him at first base. So
because he was for the Red Sox, he was their left fielder and shortstop.
Yeah, mostly shortstop.
But I think towards the end, he went to left field, and then
because I know it was always him and Jeter. Like, it was like, oh, look at these shortstops playing.
No, I know. I think at the end of his career with Boston, they moved him out to left field, and then that's when he got traded
to the Cubs.
And then we put him at first.
That was so disappointing.
We always would get the guys at the end of their careers.
Yeah, it was
Alfonso Soriano.
Greg
Maddux. It's like, what the fuck? Oh, speaking of which, I just looked that up. Good stat. Did you know that Greg Maddux holds the record for most Golden Gloves by a single player in his career? With
really?
18.
Wow.
The next closest person, I think, has 11 or 13.
I would have never guessed that.
Right now, I think the active player with the most is
Trout.
Huh?
Is it Trout?
No. Trout's not even on the list. It's the third baseman from the Cardinals. Used to be on the Rockies. Nolan Arenado. I think he's got 9.
Really?
He's got 9. He's got 9 Gold Gloves.
That's shocking.
Yeah.
I mean, not like he's good. I just didn't think he'd be top.
Right now, of active players,
well, yeah,
he has 9.
Still,
I mean, it's fucking.
I mean, there's still great players out there.
I don't think anyone's ever gonna get 18 ever again.
No, I mean, as a pitcher, I mean,
I know it's a little easier as a pitcher because you don't get that many times. You don't really feel that often.
Who was in competition? Like, not saying they can't, but like,
I want to say
how often of the times are you like?
I want to say at the time when Greg Maddux was on the Braves, it was him and Tom Glavine that were just winning. Like, it was either,
and Smith.
They were right next to each other all the time. Because Tom Glavine, I mean, and I think, oh man,
who's the other guy? There was another one. Smith.
Smoltz.
John
Smoltz, dude. Yeah. Oh, talk about a fucking squad. I was pitching staff over there.
And
Holy
the Cubs beat
shit!
Them.
Yeah.
With ours.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, that was such a disappointing year. We watched that 20 strikeout video that they got on there.
So exciting.
You know what I just watched that I'm gonna actually own up to? I cried watching it. Was the they just came out with the 1060 Project documentary.
What's that?
For the Cubs doing the renovation on the field.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Cried?
Yeah, because they were showing. Well, yeah, because they're showing about like we wanted to keep this, we wanted to keep that, so we changed this to that.
They did a pretty good job.
They did a really good job, to be honest with you. After seeing that, like the billboards, all that other stuff, but. Some of the stuff they were showing, because they're showing like guys I used to work with sometimes, and I was like, "Fuck!" Shout out,
back a lot of
shout out. But I saw him a lot on there, like trimming the ivy and stuff like that. Every time I see him, Ricky, because that's all we used to do.
Yeah,
the dude was he was awesome.
I mean, have you seen the clubhouse?
Yeah, dude.
It's beautiful.
When they first built it, I had just started working on the loading dock after leaving and coming back.
Yeah.
Was working on the loading dock. They're like, delivery to the clubhouse. And they're like, who want? I was like, me. Like, right away, I was like, I don't give a fuck you people. Like, I was here before. I saw the old clubhouse.
Yeah.
Like, my locker room was the original clubhouse. And then, because, like I said, my locker room was the, like, Ron Santo and everybody. That was their locker room. Right there in left field, that door.
Yeah.
And then we took over, and then all the ground, not we, but the grounds crew took over that locker room. Yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
But I love working at Wrigley. That was one of the, honestly, like, I kind of wish that.
I mean, forget baseball for a second. I mean, people come to Chicago just to go see it because it's a historic monument, pretty much.
Yeah, but I think that they made it more of a tourist attraction than just a landmark. That was the biggest thing for, I think, a lot of like traditional Cubs fans. Like you walk in,
I'm
when
okay
you
with
walk
it.
in and you sit down, and the only difference that you really see out there is the scoreboards. Everything kind of looks the same, to the most part. I mean, obviously there's more seats and there's other shit. The concourse and everything else, fucking totally different.
I like it though.
Yeah,
I mean, I truly like it. And again,
they're
they're running a business. They gave us a ring. We didn't have one beforehand. They gave it to us, and if they want to renovate it, that's fine by me.
Well, that was another part that I teared up about, was they said that they started the project at the right time because that ballpark was about to be just torn down.
Yeah.
They didn't realize how bad it was until they started actually.
Well, there was
like,
talks about moving them to Rosemont. They said we're staying here.
Do you know when they did that? After the 2015 season. They were going to play the 2016 season in Rosemont.
Yeah.
And the Ricketts were like, we'll work around it. We'll just stay here. We'll play here, and we'll work around it. And thank fucking God, because we won the World Series. So, and like I said, that...
that was a draining year.
Draining year? For you? Dude, I worked there until August and then left for a full-time job.
Yeah.
I missed out on a fucking ring.
No, I know, but I didn't work there, so...
I just put 8 years into that fucking, on the ground screw there. I did some... talk about some nasty shit, dude. I did some fucking horrible shit there. Not like... So, underneath the ramps going up to the upper deck and stuff like that, weren't clean for maybe, 20 years.
Yeah.
It was just filled with rat and pigeon shit. So, go underneath there and clean it all. I was like, what the fuck? So, no, they're like, who wants to do it? No one wanted to do it, and that's just how I was. I was like, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So me and this one guy went in there, and we're like, how do we get all the way to the end? Because, it's kind of like a triangle. So it comes to a point. We're like, how do we get all the way underneath there?
Yeah.
So I started thinking, I was like, you know what? Let's put a piece of wood on a moving dolly. We'll put it on a string. I'll crawl underneath there, lay down a push broom, and then you just pull me out. And then I'll just pull all the shit with me. And as we're trying to go underneath there, I'm like, I'm not going to, I'm going to inhale this shit. This is bad, So they're like, yeah, no, we got nothing to give you.
Sign this.
Dude, I duct taped gloves to I put on a sweater, duct taped the gloves to the sweater, duct taped my hood, kind of on. I had I put goggles on.
Did
We found
smell? No, right?
Dude, I taped up my nose. I also I ripped up 2 shirts. I put in between the shirts, I put toilet paper. And then I basically made a fucking makeshift mess. I could not breathe for shit. But I put one piece, tied it, toilet paper, put another fucking piece of shirt around my neck, my face, and then tied it. And then that's what we were working on. And then one of the other bosses seen us like that, and like, is that what you're using for a mask? So like, come here, we got painters of masks. And then finally gave us basically not a respirator, but just the mask we use now for COVID.
Oh yeah.
So it stops everything,
Oh yeah, of course.
So if I ever get mesothelioma, I'm fucking suing the Ricketts.
Sue 3M.
Oh, and I just found out too, they bought it in 2009. I didn't even realize that they bought it there. Because I remember I started working there when the Tribune owned it. I was like, I know I did that. So what?
Yeah.
But they bought it in October. So I worked the whole 2009 season under the Tribune, and then they bought it, and then they kind of stayed in the background for 2 years. So I thought for the first 3 years I was there, it was because it was basically ran the same way, and then after they finally realized, they kind of sat back, watched everything, and then they're like, okay, now we can step in and really do our shit. And then they had that Undercover Boss episode on there.
Did they really?
Yeah. They told us that the guy, one of the Ricketts, they put him in a beard and shit, and they told us that he was a college kid that said that he could do our job.
You were on the episode.
I was there when they filmed it, but I was never actually on it. There's
Okay.
no actual. I watched the episode 8 times. Please, is that me? Is that me? That might be my leg. But they told us that he was a college kid that said that he could do the job better than us. So right away when he came in, we're like, yeah, fuck you, buddy.
Yeah.
We're gonna put you through the fucking ringer. So
Hazing.
half the shit you see on that fucking episode, we don't actually do that shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's just like
the one bathroom.
he's coming for my jib.
Yeah, the one bathroom scene. The guy was having them. Usually we have they usually have us on golf carts, bringing all the boxes and shit, the toilet paper and shit to the other ones. The guy had him on a 2-wheeler dolly. He's like, yeah, bring it over here. No, we don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Break my back for this company? I don't think so.
And then he fired him. He's like, yeah, because he kept dropping the shit on the 2-wheeler. He's like, yeah, you're slowing me down. You have to go. And he fucking fired the guy. And then after we saw, we're like, why'd you do that? He goes, Fuck that guy. He can't do what the fuck we do.
Yeah.
It was a great time. We should move on because I was talking about that for a long fucking time. I think I did that on the other podcast, which shout out. Actually, we might have to go to the other episode. I want to give a shout out to my boy Eric Carter on his podcast too, the Studio 773 podcast. Check that out.
Plug.
It's a great fucking podcast. We are gonna try to team up with him and do one too, but we'll get back to that later. You know.
Since we're talking about fundamentals,
Please.
did you see Tony La Russa? His move with the Sox?
And he's staying with it.
He's standing with
Oh,
it.
2-strike count on the fastest guy in the league. Why walk him? Do you see Freddie Freeman's?
So yeah, he was like,
What
he was
the
like,
fuck?
I've never seen this before in my life.
Now Max Muncy has been struggling.
To give context, it was an 0-2 count,
1 out.
2 outs.
It was 2 outs.
Yeah, Turner's up. There's a man on first. Freeman
Second.
No, there's a man on first.
Oh, first and second. Yeah.
No, just on first.
No, he loaded up the bases.
No, hold on.
Okay.
It's an 0-2 count. There's a man on first. He throws a wild pitch. Freeman takes second. So now you have Turner. It's a 1-2 count. La Russa decides, I'm going to walk him. Because if Turner even...
Okay, well, address my question.
Huh.
Because Max Muncy was next. That's why he walked him.
Yeah.
But he hit a grand slam.
No, he didn't hit a grand slam. He hit a 3-run home run.
I could have sworn they said he hit a grand slam.
No, it was a 3-run.
It was a 3-1?
Yeah, it was a
Okay.
3-run.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, so he decided, instead of being like, it's a 1-2 count, go after him, he was like, if Turner even gets a hold of a ball, forget a home run. If he gets a hold of a ball and Muncy's up next, he's struggling. He's not as good, like...
I think his average is like 162 or something
Yeah,
like that. It was a bad average.
Yeah, and so he decided just intentionally walk him, put him on second. That way we have force outs on every single base, so nobody has to like rush or anything like, you know.
Yeah.
You have to, but you know you can do the force out if you drop the ball at third. You know you could force out at third, and so that's what he did. And then the guy ended up hitting a home run, and he was hyped up. He was like, "Why would you walk him? You know, you wanted to face me, and this is what you get." He's sticking behind it.
I mean, well, that's the thing. It's one of those situations like the Pete Carroll incident. If Russell Wilson doesn't throw an interception there and they get the touchdown, he's a hero for throwing it. You know what I'm saying? So if Max Muncy gets a ground ball and or strikes out Max Muncy and that he doesn't hit a home run, he's a hero. But he hit a home run, now he's a villain.
Yeah, my biggest problem with it is you're up in the count, big.
One ball, 2 strikes.
You don't even have to throw a strike.
Yeah.
You could throw high fastballs. You could throw all breaking balls.
It's also the fact that it's Freddie Freeman on second base. He's not the fastest guy in the league. He's not fast. He's not fast.
Yeah.
So even if you hit a ball to the outfield, it's not like he's gonna score.
Yeah, I just don't understand it.
And if there's 2 outs, like if there was 1 out, I could understand it because you're trying to get the double play.
That was the thing. I was like, how many outs? Because if it's 1 out, he wants the double play, like he wants to get the ball on the ground and double play. But no, it was 2 outs, and so I was like, okay, he wanted all the force outs, and I get it.
In a 2 out situation, it makes sense.
You mean in a 1 out? For the double.
Oh, one, yeah, for a 1 out.
double
Yeah,
play.
my bad.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of get what he's saying, and I mean, I just don't know. I think you go. You be aggressive. You're up in the count. Like you just be aggressive. Throw breaking balls. Throw high fastballs. Throw high inside. Make them jam up. You know, and again, it was 0-2. One pitch gets away from the catcher. The guy's still at first, and we're not even talking about this. So why didn't you just keep pitching to him?
Yeah. Like I said, if you had a faster guy on second base, I mean, also then you can kind of be like, all right, I kind of get it because you hit one into. I mean, if you hit one into the gap, he's Freddie Freeman scoring from second. Like I mean, I just don't. I don't like the decision.
No, I don't like it either.
I don't like it either. I think it was a dumb decision. He's obviously got to own up to it. If he really backs the decision, we'll see if he truly backs it. If the situation ever pops up and he does it again.
Hot water. He's in hot water. He's in the hot
He's
seat.
not, like, when they picked him up, I was like, thank God, because I'm a Cubs fan. I was like, fucking thank God. Because the guy he was retired for how long?
for a long time.
And they brought him out of retirement for this. I'm like,
well, because they were going to put him in. Either they were going to put him as a coach, or he was the coach and they fired him, and they kind of regret.
Oh, he was the intern. Yeah, I think he was the intern.
Yeah, he went
like
to
that.
the Cardinals, and we know how that went. Chicago.
Yeah.
Talking about
because like look, Dusty Baker was retired for a year or two, and then the Astros brought him back.
Yeah, that's because of the experience and.
Yeah, but he wasn't retired for that long.
Yeah.
When you're retired for a little bit longer, and
he was retired for a long
time, and he retired because he wasn't doing. He started making the same fucking stupid shit with the Cardinals.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, was that analytics, or was that like just traditional baseball analytics?
No, I don't even think it was analytics at all. I think it was just that they wanted someone who knew what the fuck they were doing, who's been there before.
No, for that decision I'm talking about.
That was a gut feeling on his part. I think that's just all it was.
That's just baseball.
Just old school.
Like I've seen it. Like just
not even seen it. He said let's just. I think it was one of those where he's like let's just try it.
Okay.
But let's just see what the fuck happens. It was more of those where he's like. He probably like as soon as he got to second base, he was probably like, "What's Muncy at? Like his batting average is this. He's been struggling." Be like, walk him.
Yeah.
I think that's all it was. It was a baseball decision. I just don't like the fact that he backed it. He probably been better off being.
What do you expect him to do though?
Dude, I want to see. I not walk back, but I want to see people be like explain why he did it, and then just be like,
yeah, he's just very dismissive.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just want to explain. Like, look, I did it because of these, and these reasons. Obviously, we know now that now I know it was a wrong decision. So for future reference, it's a future reference thing. We're learning here. That's what I want to hear sometimes.
No, I'm with you because he's very like
no, it was. I would do it again and again and again. Yeah. It's like no,
who are you?
Yeah, who the fuck are you? Yeah, no, dude, I don't even think he explained why he did it. He was just like, don't question me.
Yeah, he was just like, I did it. So what?
Yeah,
I forget exactly what he said, but that was the essence of his conversation.
Staying with the White Sox too. I mean, like, I don't know if we touched too much on it with the whole "what's up, Jackie" situation, because he was really backing Tim Anderson, and to be honest with you, I like Tim Anderson, but then he did that bat flip thing. I don't really like guys who bat flip. I don't really like Josh Donaldson to begin with either. I don't really know what my opinion is on it too much. Like, I think it got blown up more than it was. That's my true opinion on it. Yeah,
I mean, it's over with now at this point. Like,
it is. It's done. It's over. The fucking Tommy Fan thing kind of took over the whole.
I don't know whose side I'm on. He's saying that it was an inside joke between them.
That's bullshit too.
That he was never mad.
Josh Donaldson said that, and it is bullshit.
Yeah, he's saying that no, I've been pissed off. I've told him. I don't know. Suspending him, I think, was just lazy on MLB's part.
Well, the thing is,
they could have easily been like, let's get in the clubhouse. Let's talk it out. Squash it. You shut up. It's over with. Let's just move on. Like, you don't say it again.
With the whole like Jock Peterson, Tommy Fan thing, Tommy Fan's kind of known to be not to the extent that he went to, but he's kind of also known to be like that eccentric guy. You know what I'm saying? Not a shit talker, but eccentric. Where Jock Peterson's kind of like to himself. So you're kind of like, who do you believe? Where both in this situation though, Josh Donaldson and Tim Anderson are both assholes in their own rights. So when this situation happens, it's like, I don't know who to fucking believe.
Well, let's just be very clear. They're competitors. They're on two competing teams. And, they're both supposed to be really good. Yankees are holding up to their part. White Sox clearly are not. And it is what it is. I mean, I don't expect them to like each other. They shouldn't.
No, but that's the thing is on the field, it's like, yeah, I mean, like, it was such an outrageous statement for him to say that he is the Jackie Robinson of this era. It's just like, I really don't want to go into too much detail about it, but like, I really looked into that one. Yes,
I did. It was a while ago though. Now
I know, but yes. So like, I think I looked into it, and I think it's 7% of MLB players are African American. So I think that's what he was basically trying to say, was he's trying to bring he's trying to bring that percentage up. But at the same time, it's like, I think Dominican players are like 20% in the league, and then it's like 60% are white. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, if you look at a sport like basketball, I want to say I think it's like 78% are African Americans.
I'd be shocked if it was. I'd be shocked if it It should be higher.
I know, but I think it's only 78% because then the rest of them are. I think the rest of it's all like European and other like you know what I'm saying like.
What's NFL like 60%?
I think so, something like that. So that's what I'm saying. It's like it's okay. It's one sport where you can't really even say like white people are dominating it because the best players right now in the league are not white. They're Dominican.
Yeah,
I mean Trout, obviously Trout.
I mean,
but then you look at like Juan
players.
Soto, Tatis Jr. I mean, you got. I mean, how like all the top guys right now are like the very top of the guys are excited that you really want to watch. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like baseball is one of those like where it's actually it is as diverse as it's gonna be, and I also think that it's the where baseball can be played at. Because you're not really seeing too much in the inner city. Like basketball rims, you can see anywhere. That's why that's like that. So
yeah.
you know what I'm saying. And if you do have to have the money to play, because all you have to do is just buy one cheap basketball and you can go play wherever you want. Same thing with soccer. I mean, soccer you can go wherever the fuck you want and play.
Yeah.
Soccer's just not that popular here in America, really. I mean, it is, but not like to the extent where it is around the fucking world.
Yeah, I mean, most athletes are multiple sport players.
And they have to choose once they get to
the
professional level because you cannot keep both going.
No. And especially on college level, like, there are rare circumstances, but a lot of people do not want their starting quarterback playing basketball. They're starting point guard playing wide receiver. You know, like they're like, no, that's not.
The last one I fully remember it was Russell Wilson.
No, Kyle Murray. He played baseball.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got drafted by the A's, and he chose the Cardinals.
Okay. Oh, so didn't Russell Wilson got drafted by them too, didn't he?
Russell Wilson got drafted.
I think he
Jeff
got
Samardzija got.
And he chose baseball, which was a big disappointment as for you being a Notre Dame fan because you really wanted to see him and Tom Brady or Brady Quinn go at it.
Yeah, I mean, but he went to the Cubs, so I was like, I love it, and he was good. I mean,
yeah, he was good. I fucking feel so bad for that guy.
Yeah, he just had.
At one point, I think
he got dealt a bad.
Well,
hand.
I think he had like a 2-point like something ERA, and then he had like 1 win and 12 losses. It's like, how do you're only losing games by 1 to 2 runs. So he's not giving up runs, but he just couldn't. They wouldn't produce for him.
No, it was bad.
It was. What else you got on that list? Because we're.
Yeah, speaking of Chicago guys, John Madden and Girardi got fired.
Joe Madden.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Joe Madden.
Actually, real quick on that, did you see the what they might do for the new cover art for this Madden? No. Madden 22, I think it is.
No.
It's going to be John Madden on the front cover, and then every single cover art, every athlete that's made the cover.
Oh, that's really cool.
I thought it was cool too, but then I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, they spend a lot of money.
I'm just trying to figure out when the fuck Derrick Henry's gonna make a goddamn cover.
Hopefully not with the curse, you know.
Yeah, well, Brady broke it, right? Brady's been on the cover 2 times.
Brady is rare air.
3 times.
Yeah.
I think he made it twice with the Patriots and then 1 with the Bucks because he shared the last one. He shared the cover with him and Mahomes.
Did he? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, they've been doing that where there'll be like 3,
But Lamar
4,
Jackson,
5.
too. Lamar Jackson made it and then got hurt. He missed that whole season.
Yep.
It happens. It is. But is it a curse or is it just
that's a physical game?
It's also just what happens. You always have a guy who has a really good year, and then the next year is it just doesn't work out for the most part. So going back to what you were talking about, you're talking about Joe Madden getting fired is a good fucking move because I hated him at the end of his Cubs run.
Yeah,
he kept fucking switching up the lineups. Rizzo batting leadoff,
we just need a
and
change.
then Rizzo batting 5th, and then Rizzo batting 4th. I mean, he kept.
We couldn't find a leadoff man. He tried everything.
Okay, yeah, but no, I know, but
he's always been quirky
dude,
though.
You don't put Rizzo's a 3-4 guy. You never move him out of the 3-4 spot. You do not put Rizzo at the leadoff role. You don't put Schwarber at the leadoff role.
No. I agree with you. I'm just saying he's always been a quirky guy. That's just what he is.
I know, but he tried to go more quirky at the end there.
Yeah.
He just went too over the top.
So
then you go to a team that is struggling, and it's going to be up to you to rebuild it. It's not, like Theo is the guy. You know, He went to a team that was already built for him with the Cubs, essentially.
No, he had to make all those pieces.
What?
Yeah, what are you
All those
talking-
pieces were there.
Who?
We had, I think Baez was in our minor league system already.
He drafted him.
Did Madden draft him or did Theo draft him?
No, Theo.
That's what I'm talking. I'm talking about Joe Madden.
Oh, yeah, Joe Madden.
Joe Madden inherited the Cubs.
Oh, okay. So I thought you said Theo.
No, I
yeah,
said
no.
he had
Okay,
Theo
yeah.
over here. And
Yeah.
with the Angels, he doesn't have a Theo Epstein over there. He
No.
has to make all those decisions for the most part. He has to do more work over there, and he's just not up to the task.
No. Who do you think is the better? Like, who would you rather have if let's say you had to pick between these two coaches? Who are you going with?
Who?
Between Girardi and Madden.
Girardi and Madden?
Yeah.
Talking about right now.
Yeah.
Like, right now, they're both free. Like, they're both
Well,
out there.
they are. So
Fuck, man. It's so hard to choose. I'm probably going for Girardi.
Really? I don't think so.
Dude, Joe Madden is just completely declining, where at least Girardi, you know what you're going to get.
Yeah, but Madden has brought multiple. Like, yes, he brought the Cubs, which should have, but he did bring the Rays.
Okay, he brought the Cubs and then completely dismantled the whole fucking team afterwards.
Was it
And
him though?
He
the
also made
players
bad
weren't
decisions. He also
performing.
made bad decisions leading up to the World Series.
Yeah.
Keeping Chapman in for 2 innings a game. Like, come on.
Yeah, but what does Girardi have done?
Girardi has been going out there and just do. I mean, it's not like the Phillies. They're never gonna gel. They're never gonna be that fucking contending team.
It sucks for him that they're on a win streak now. They're like winning like 7-8 games. So speaking of the Angels, I mean, you look at the Rams, you look at the Dodgers, you look at the Lakers, you look at the Clippers, you look at all these LA teams spending boatloads of cash to compete. Even though like the Lakers have fizzed off, and you know, I mean they're spending though, right? When is MLB going to just be like, hey guys, like you're ruining two people's careers here. Like we want to see our two stars in October.
I don't. It shouldn't be up to the MLB.
No. It's
No,
not the MLB, but I'm
could-
just saying like.
but the way
we gotta see them. Like,
yeah, but the way you're saying is that the MLB should step in and be like, trade them. I don't think
no,
that's
trade
not
them.
up to
Like,
them.
no, I'm just saying like somebody should call and be like, hey, knuckleheads, yeah, like do
That's
something.
Not, yeah, but that's not. Look, that's like how the separation.
I'm not actually saying they should. I'm
No,
just saying,
I understand, but that's like you can't like. That's like the government getting on a state for something like that. Like, no, it should be like the state should make their own laws. Like, I like that how we got it, but that's how it should
Yeah.
be. It's the team. The teams are owned, and it's up to the owner.
No, I know, but it's just like, what are you guys doing? You guys have pieces. Like, spend the money. Let's go. I want to see Trout in October.
Well, that's the
wanna
thing.
see
I
Ohtani
respect
in October.
I respect Trout the most because I don't even think he's even asked for a trade.
No, he hasn't. I mean, he signed a mega deal with them. Like, but it's like, come on, guys. Like, let's put some pieces there. Let's do something. Like, come on. I want.
Well, they did give him pieces. They did give the Angels had a fucking squad at one point. They had Anthony Rendon in his fucking prime. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. When the first 2 years with Pujols, he was still hitting 30 to 40 home runs. He was still producing, and then it went downhill quick after that.
Yeah.
But because the guy's probably 50, he's probably not 49. I think he's 49 right now.
Yeah.
Not, I mean,
Well, he's with the Cardinals.
Nobody knows his actual age. That's the thing too.
Who? Pujols?
Pujols.
Yeah, he's with the Cardinals now, though.
No, I know, but when he first came over
Yeah.
here, he said he was 20, and everyone's like, bullshit. You look like you're, like, I think the guy was like almost like 32 when he came over here, so he could be like 55, 54, which is still impressive that he's still smashing the ball when he,
Yeah,
and he's still playing, not at a high level, obviously, but he's still
old.
playing.
Yeah, this is his last year. This
Oh,
is
of course.
Last go around.
What do you think about that? Should he get a farewell tour? Because that's someone said. Manny Machado said that it's ridiculous that he doesn't get a farewell tour.
Who?
Pujols.
He basically is. He's with the Cardinals again, and
But every stadium is not giving him like how Jeter did.
oh,
They had commercials for
Yeah,
Jeter.
I
They
mean,
had
Pujols,
this and that.
yeah.
And that. I mean, Pujols is probably the best home run hitter we've seen in our decade.
well, he's just one of the best hitters we've seen.
Yeah, I mean,
Him and what's the guy in Detroit?
Cabrera.
Yeah. Oh my God, what a beast!
Well, Cabrera's retiring after the season too, isn't he?
I think so. I mean, he's still competing at a high level. Like he just
Is he?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, he's
Well, he's also been on a shitty team, so he can.
yeah.
I think if he goes to a higher level team, he's at the bottom of the lineup. He's like maybe a 6'7" guy.
Yeah, let's see. What do we got? How about Watson? We talked, I think, a little bit in the last one.
Let's go into that one, because I like. This is the thing that's been pissing me off. I don't like Baker Mayfield, but I fucking hate the Browns for what they're doing to him.
I like him. I don't think, I think again, when we were talking about
no, I'm taking
Kaepernick.
him. If you need a quarterback,
You take him.
Yeah, 100%.
He's your starter.
But business-wise, the reason why they haven't is because they don't know what the fuck's going to happen with Watson. And I guess they put in his contract that if he does get indicted on any of these or get suspended and he can't play ever again in the NFL, they only owe him, I think, $8 million out of that fucking guaranteed money.
Really?
They don't have to pay him the full guaranteed money, so that's why they kept Baker Mayfield around, because it's not that. That's why they took the gamble on him.
Yeah, it's risky.
You lose $8 million, or you get a top, what, maybe 10 quarterback, top 5 maybe.
Yeah, he's
been out of the league for a little bit now, but
a year. But that's fine. Like, people get injured and
but Levante Bell or Bell,
quarterback's a little bit different.
Yeah,
he's young too. Like Ball, not saying Ball was, but running backs come and go. Quarterbacks can play till.
And he's also mobile. He doesn't need a big offensive line. So.
Yeah, and he hasn't really had injury problems, has he?
No.
Not like other quarterbacks. So I mean, I'm sure he's ready to go. It was crazy for them to give them that huge guaranteed money. I just don't know what you do, because he was found not guilty, but now he's having all these, he had all that hush money. Did you see that the Houston Texans actually
covered up?
Yeah. They gave one of them at least an NDA to sign. That's crazy. That should be definitely looked into. How much do they actually know? That's insane.
Yeah, and if that happens, does the guy have to sell the team?
He might be forced to.
That's what I'm saying.
He might be forced to.
Like the Donald Starling thing, which with that one, I mean, you have to fuck that one. You gotta get rid of the team.
Well, this one too. If they're
hushing up,
if they knew, that's bad. But
I think they did. I honestly did.
I'm sure
if
they did. There was an NDA. You know?
But if Watson actually did do all the stuff that he did, and they covered it up, then they got it. The owners got to sell the team, and a lot of people get fired.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Blackhawks with that cover up. You don't know what I'm talking about?
No, I have no fucking clue.
In 2010, one of the players got raped by one of the trainers, and he came to the Blackhawks organization, and it was he got raped. I don't know. He just was Was it
a few? That's what I'm trying to figure out. It was a man.
It was a man. He they masturbated together, or he's stroked them off or something like that. But I mean, still, and he came and was hey, he told me that he was gonna ruin my.
How do you let that happen?
Well, he was
how do you?
He was young.
I
that's what I kind of thought. But again, it happened. I don't know. He was saying that. Because he was a higher up guy, he was saying that I'm gonna ruin your career if you say anything, and it just happened, and you don't know when you're in those situations. I'm very confused on how that happened too. It did happen.
You know what they need to start doing is you ever watch that show Naked and Afraid?
Yeah.
They all have that.
Well, no, actually, no, I didn't. But I know what you're talking about.
Have you ever seen clips of it where they or anything like that where they have that little necklace with the little thing here? It's a microphone because they can't clip the microphone or anything, so they have the necklace with the microphone.
Yeah.
That's what they need to start doing for these fucking players going to training. They're gonna have to
look at all these things. The massage therapists, the trainers. It's getting out of control now.
Anytime.
And how long is it? And this is the worst part. So he goes to the organization and tells them. And this was right before the first Stanley Cup. So it was a month or two before the Stanley, the playoffs were going on.
Yeah.
And they were you're not about to blow this up. So apparently everybody did their job where they told their boss, and their boss told their boss, and their boss told their boss. Well, just kind of went whoop, right under the rug. They let him go. They didn't do anything. He ended up going to another high school. Because he's hey, I'm Chicago Blackhawks trainer. And they were we would love to have you. Or it was a college or a small minor league team. And he did the same thing. So now it comes out later. Now, everybody, like, Bowman got fired. He says that, hey, I wasn't, like, the top guy. I told my top guy, and I just went back to business. Like, we were in the playoffs. Like, we had a dynasty going on. Like, I told who I told, and they didn't do anything. And then he got promoted to, like, the GM and the president and stuff like that. Well, he got fired for that situation.
Fuck yeah.
And so did Coach Q. He was Florida. They brought him in, and Florida got rid of him.
It's just so. I don't know.
Yeah.
That
that was bad. That put a taint on.
I'm still trying to figure out how, like,
I don't know.
I'm getting.
I don't know.
I know if I'm making millions of dollars or shit like that, and the guy tells me, "Hey, you do this," or do you say fuck it? Like, is my pride and my butthole, like, worth punching this guy in the face? Like,
I don't know.
Well, I don't know what actually happened.
So I guess you just stroked each other up. Like, not, he didn't make him, but he did it for him, and then he did it himself, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that.
No, I mean,
I just don't know. I'm not in that in the guy's shoes, but I'm really thinking about it, and I'm like,
I don't get it. I don't get it either, but it happened. I mean, it is what it is. It happened, and
I mean, I think I could live with it. It was like some, like, see, this is gonna sound bad, but if it's just like some like really ugly girl, and she's like, I'm gonna ruin your career if you don't let me jerk you off, I'd be like, I could live with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it happened.
Because
it sounds crazy.
As a heterosexual man, I just don't like.
It just sounds crazy to me. Like,
I mean, I don't know, man.
But again, like, you're thinking, like, you're a rookie. You're like, oh my god, my career is gonna be ruined. Like, I don't know. If you're asking me if I'm in that situation, is that happening? I'm gonna tell you no. Like, no, that's not happening.
Do you like stretch and be like, dude, I'm not really in the mood right now. Like, maybe next time, definitely next time, and then you come in with a tape recorder.
I don't know. Like
I'm feeling kind of tired today.
Yeah, but
maybe next time I'll blow you. And then the guy's like, really? And you're just like, yeah. And then you come in with a tape recorder and you're like, so what do you want me to do? And then you record and be like, haha, I got you.
Got you. Oh, I didn't hit record.
Ah, shit. Now I have to blow this guy.
Wait. Time out. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hey, guy.
Time out, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, guy.
Sports timeout. Sports timeout.
Yeah. But back to Watson now. He was found not guilty.
Right. I don't know if he was found not guilty. I think his charges got dropped.
No, the jury found him, I guess, not guilty. I think maybe.
Well, he has 66 active cases right now.
Yeah, but
I don't think it's not 66 women.
It's 66. He had 66
cases, but I think it's like 20 something women. I think it's like 24 women, and there's 66 charges against him.
No, he got 66 massages, and 24 of them came out and said he did that.
Oh well, the majority is saying he's clean.
Yeah, but what does the NFL do? Because he wasn't found guilty.
Yeah, I don't.
It's still like.
Well, that's why, like, there's on both sides. It's like how you just said, like, he's not found guilty. So what do you. But that's what we're trying to say is what do you do. I don't have a strong opinion on this because it's one of those where it's like not proven until found guilty. But do you let him play till he gets found guilty? And as soon as he gets, like, let's say
it's kind of crazy that he's gonna play. But like at the same time, yeah,
if he does, because. Well, also Roger Goodell is also known for making bad decisions.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy if he does play. It's at the same time kind of crazy if he doesn't play because he wasn't found guilty. I mean, yes, there's like again.
This is one of those.
We don't know.
Yeah.
The story is still unraveling, and like
this is definitely one of those situations where like I cannot blame Roger Goodell for not knowing what to do at this point because it is a very fucking hard like.
Yeah.
Do you sentence a fucking see, I don't want to say innocent man because we don't know if he did it or not.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like, do you lay the hammer down on him, or do you just wait it out? Do you have him just go through all these, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a fucking media like shit show.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You got anything else on there on your list?
Yeah, let's see.
Because we're getting close to an hour now.
Donald got $65 million for 2 years.
Yeah, we were saying we were gonna come back there.
Boatload of cash.
Man, you know what though?
We were talking about like just do another.
Give him a little fucking money.
Yeah, give him a little more. Just like the $6 million a year to make it.
You told him to just give him you told him to just give him the money. You pay for that man.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, you know what? It's about the same. Yeah, $30 million. So 65.
What the fuck is it? Because I know Jalen Ramsey's getting paid a shit ton.
I mean, Cup got a deal too.
Cup got a fucking deal, and
spending.
so did fucking Stafford.
Yeah, they're spending the money,
So
and they're getting the results.
But
So,
also, well, that's the thing too, is that they spent big
LA
money.
Angels, you listening? Spend the money.
Yeah. Well, also, like, there's no salary cap in fucking baseball, so just go do it. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? They're spending money with a salary cap, and they spend it on 2 offensive players and 2 defensive players.
Yeah.
So on both sides of the ball, you're keeping your 4 best players, 2 on offense, 2 on defense. It's not like sometimes you see like these big deals get thrown out, and you're like all offensive guys, and you're like, well, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Because you do need the defense. Like it's been proven these past couple.
Defense wins championships.
Yeah.
Like
let's say, do you in your honest, true opinion, do you think that Tom Brady wins that Super Bowl had they had a bad defense or okay defense?
The
I'm
first
talking
3?
about on Tampa. Do you think that team beats Patrick Mahomes if they have an okay defense?
Yeah.
You still think they'd win?
I still think so. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they perform at a high level. They had a squad too on offense.
I don't.
The defense, I mean, obviously helps a lot.
The defense fucking murdered.
I mean, it depends on how.
Had they not
Like,
been able
which
to get in.
defense are you talking about? Like throughout
What
a
are you
deep.
talking about? No,
Because
I'm,
you said okay defense.
yeah.
So, like how
like
okay?
let how okay? I don't. Packers
I still think they win.
without being able to get pressure on Mahomes.
I still think they win. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard to repeat.
I don't know. I think they had the squad that year, and it was just because every time he snapped the ball, the fucking someone was in his face. I mean,
That is true.
He had no time.
Yeah, that is
You
true.
give that offense time, they fucking put up numbers. And I don't know if Tom Brady's gonna be able to go out there and match those numbers. He was so relaxed because they were up the whole game.
Yeah. I mean, he's been there a bunch.
I know he's been there a
Yeah.
bunch, but not that team.
Not that team, yeah, but
You know what I'm saying? And not that coach. That's another thing too. Is like you can have new people when you have your quarterback that's been there a bunch of times, and you have the coach that's been there a bunch of times. So it's easy to trust the process. But Bruce Arians has also proved throughout the years that he's not the guy to bring you there.
who do you give a better chance to win the Super Bowl? The Rams or Tampa?
This year,
Yeah,
the Rams.
the Rams.
The Rams. I said, I think I've said this before too. Is like it's kind of hard because the season hasn't even started yet. But I think Tom Brady, he's going to be coming out, and he's going to be. I don't know. He came back like he had something to prove, and I know we always doubt him and stuff like that. But this is the one time I'm really truly I don't know, because he
I'm
can
not
come
doubting
out,
them.
dude. I don't know if he's going to be able to have that same magic with that team. I don't think he will. I do not think he will. I think he was fully committed to retirement, and then something happened where he was like, you know what, I'm coming back. And I don't think he's going to be. I think he's going to be out there trying to prove something, but he's not going to be fully committed. Because think about it too. He also got that huge fucking contract to be a broadcaster.
Yeah,
Like, what does this season have to do for him, other than pad numbers? These are his Emmitt
that's what I'm
Smith
saying.
years.
I think he just really wants. He just wants to win. He just really wants to win. I don't think
he
there's anything with numbers. I think he
has.
the
No,
numbers.
I think he thinks he made a poor decision by not retiring after that Super Bowl with the Bucks.
I think so. But again, when he retired this year, like how long did it take him to actually retire? I think it was just kind of like because like it wasn't him that said I'm retiring. It was his agent.
Yeah, and also he didn't say this was his last season. He's coming back, and he never said like I'm coming back, but this is my last one. I don't think he ever said that.
No.
So he could come back next year too.
Yeah, he can come back. I mean, he's still playing.
He doesn't
at a
have
high
kids,
level.
does he? He doesn't.
Yeah, he has kids.
He has kids. Oh,
Yeah.
He's a fucking scumbag then. Go take care of those kids, man. You're fucking old enough.
Yeah.
You proved enough. Go home, take care of your family.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Brady doesn't have to
Give
practice.
someone else a chance.
Yeah. For real, give somebody else a chance. How about the Denver Broncos? $4.65 billion they were evaluated at.
Well, the Twitter guy. Oh no, someone bought him, didn't they?
I don't know if they
I think
bought
it's a-
them or the process is. It was
No,
some
I
kind
think-
of airline or something like
No,
that.
I think someone bought him, but they didn't buy John Elway's shares yet. I think that's what the whole holdup is
Okay.
that Elway holds not majority, but he holds close enough to
Yeah.
it, and I don't think he wants to give up that.
Yeah, but
So I think whoever's buying it wants the full the full share, so they're trying to buy it from both guys. And John Elway's like, no, this is my fucking team. Like, you're not fucking pushing me out of here.
Wasn't it just a couple years ago that the Dallas Cowboys were evaluated at like $2 billion, and people were like, wow. And now 4.6. So if you're telling me Denver's worth,
well, it goes up every year. It goes up every year.
I can only imagine with the Cowboys, the Packers.
Everyone gets so surprised when these numbers pop up, like these player contracts going up and everything else. And like every single year, there's a blockbuster deal that makes someone the highest paid ever. Every fucking year.
But $4.65 billion for a team sounds like that's really high.
It's inflation. They're just, dude. Look, if gas prices can hit $10, they can get sold for 4-point-something billion.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's one of those things like this. It's you don't know. Next year, another team could get sold for $5 billion, and you're just like, oh my god. And it's like next year, someone could get 5.2. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And 5.3.
Well, it's always,
oh my
it's
god.
always going to go up.
It's always going to go up.
It's still always just shocking when you hear like a team like that, and then you think about other teams like, my god. Like,
well, their value. Well, they also like a house. You buy a house for $200,000. You put a deck out there, maybe not even a pool. You just you fix up the backyard. You renovate it just a little bit. You put a little bit of money into it, and now it's worth $400,000 or $500,000.
Yeah, I mean, also it helps when other houses around you are like, well, this house is going for $400,000. Well, my house is better, so now.
But that's what they did with Russell Wilson. They bring Russell Wilson in, and now they're worth more.
That could be a factor.
They have a team now, so it's like, okay, this team can win. If we sell them now, it's going to be up there.
Let's see, anything else on the list that we didn't cover? Oh, because I said fuck New York, we gotta talk about that.
That one's gonna be quick because I don't know
that's
shit about
that's
fucking
very
hockey.
quick. I just want to rub it in your face real quick. The Rangers were up 2-0 in the series. They were chanting Igor's better. Igor's their goalie, so they were chanting the whole game.
What are you rubbing in my face?
No, not yours.
You said I'm gonna rub it in your face. No, you just looked at me right now and was like, in your face.
Are you an I-95 New Yorker?
No, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. I told you I don't know nothing about.
I'm talking about the Rangers, New York fans. So they were up 2-0.
Right.
They get a little too excited. They start chanting Igor's better. They're already, planning
that's New York.
Floats. Yeah, and then you know what happens?
Every year the Mets are going to win the World Series. Every year the Knicks are going to be good.
They lose, and that's what you guys get because you guys suck. I'm serious. I hate them. I hate them so much. Just New Yorkers. When's the last time they won?
You think they're going to three-peat now, the Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. They look really good.
What do you think that series is going to come down to? Because, like I said, I don't pay attention to hockey at all.
I'm not the biggest hockey fan. I watch because I do like sports. And, I mean, I'm going to watch this, too, because it's historic. I mean, to win 3 in a row is pretty, like, our Blackhawks never did it.
No.
I still think our dynasty was better because we were competing at such high level. And so was LA Kings. They won 2 out of that time, too. So we beat Tampa. So, fuck you, Tampa, too. So.
The Tampa 2 defense?
No.
No, honestly, though, like, our Blackhawks, you can kind of.
That was a fun time.
It was, and you can kind of compare them to the Giants in baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, you can compare them to that.
Yeah, I mean that was a great dynasty, but they could never just repeat.
New England was a lot longer, but they did have that those two
yeah, they never.
I
don't think they ever went back to back. They went back to back, but I don't think they won back to back.
We didn't win back to back either.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's why I'm.
Yeah. The Giants, I feel like are that dynasty. I mean.
Yeah,
you win one, don't even make the playoffs, then win the next, then win.
It's wild card, right?
Then I think make the wild card, and then get kicked out in the wild card, and then win the next year. Yeah. Like you never expect them to come back. They're like, oh, this team's done, and all of a sudden they win one. Fuck it, now they're done. Nope, they come back and win a third one. The fuck? It was like every other year they were winning there, and
I really wish the Cubs dynasty would have been like the Blackhawks. Like
we're not even a dynasty.
Yeah, no,
we didn't even make it.
Dynasty of one.
Yeah.
So I guess we can finish off on this real quick. How quick does the Oakland A's move to Las Vegas? And when is there going to be a basketball team now in Las Vegas? That's coming too.
Oh, for sure. I think basketball before baseball.
How cool would it be?
The Las Vegas Hornets?
No, the Las Vegas A's, and they got black uniforms.
I don't think they should change the colors. I mean, as a Packers fan, I love that green and gold, man. I have an A's hat too. I love dude. I love the Athletics.
A black with yellow. Oh my God, that would look so nice.
Also, if they go to fucking Vegas that's gonna be bigger. That's gonna be bigger revenue. So they're gonna. They go to Vegas. They're gonna have a bigger. They're gonna have a bigger revenue stream. So they're gonna be able to afford more players. Because right now they're on a budget. I think they have the smallest budget in the major leagues.
Yep. Could you imagine what they could do with that?
With a bigger budget?
Oh,
they still got Billy over there, right?
Huh?
They still got Billy.
Yeah,
as their GM.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's been waiting for a fucking budget.
Oh yeah. Could you imagine? That'd be nice.
Shit.
That'd be nice.
I can't wait. You got anything else on there? Because we
that's it.
We hit an hour, so this is the sports edition of the podcast, 2 Cigars. Like I said, I think this is how it's going to go. So if you like sports, tune in, listen to Nick talk about sports, and me just get fucking hot takes. Well, it's been great. It's been a good one.
Fuck you, New York.
Fuck you, Chicago. Can't wait to do this again next weekend.
Peace.
Peace.